Mhm. Ah, that's hilarious. Okay, I've got it working relative to a moment ago where I didn't think I had it working. I can see one is watching. Cool. One person. How are you going, that one person? Um, actually, um, shit, I forgot my mic. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. Let's see. Oh, well, I'll just have to get up and do it. Secret coven. Let's check in the mic. Just a random. Haven't done a live for so long. There you go. Teresa, thank you for being here, Anastasia. Hey, Teresa, thank you. Hey, thank you for being here. I don't know which part of the world you're in. Cricket Tail, hello. Yeah, okay. There's a few people here that I'm familiar with, which is really cool. I didn't think anybody would be here. I just spontaneously jumped on. New York, yay. One of my favorite cities, one of my favorite cities that I still haven't been to. Um, okay, so I got mic set up. Um, okay, we'll leave that. Carolina, hey, good morning from Miami. Yo, Miami and New York, two of my fucking favorite places. So good to have you guys here. Look, I really just jumped on to say, hey, how are you all doing? And it's actually New Year's Eve for me tonight in Melbourne, Australia. So, yeah, I've just been doing a few things and whatever, listening to a bit of music and just felt like jumping on to say hello and see if anybody wants to chat, if anybody has any questions. I've been taking a fair bit of time out the last sort of 5 weeks, I think, since I've moved into my new properties. So, um, yeah, just finding my new energy in my new home. So anyway, that's enough of that. Let me see the comments. Netherlands. Hey, Netherlands. Nice, nice. This is one thing I love about jumping on live stream, which I know I hardly ever do. I think I've done it twice in my entire YouTube life, so to speak. But I do like it because I get to see, where you guys are from and yeah, it's lovely. It's really sweet. I really like it. Especially because everyone's from all over the world. And it's so interesting because I'm from Australia and hardly anyone comes here, to my channel from Australia. It's really interesting. Happy New Year to you as well, Carolina. Thank you so much. And the same to you. It's been a really interesting last week of 2024. I'm still actually personally processing so much, especially with the passing of Tom Jacobs. That's been very difficult for me personally, which I've spoken about publicly on a couple of occasions. Some of you may have heard or may have not. Carolina, there you go. And to all of you, actually. I've had yeah, one glass of bubbles. Um, yeah, it's just been a really weird energy, but kind of interesting. I just noticed today actually that even though I've done two videos on the new moon in Capricorn, I noticed today that in fact, just as the new moon, just before the new moon occurs, Chiron stations direct at 19 degrees of Aries. So I thought that was a really interesting turning point for us moving into 2025. And as you guys know, there's so many planets moving into new alignments, new signs, outer planets especially, which I think is yeah, like from a cyclical cycle perspective, it's pretty huge relative to what's happening in the world. Um, Also, I just want to acknowledge and recognize, 2024 especially has been very difficult for the people in Gaza. I really just want to acknowledge that. And I was speaking about it quite a lot in the beginning, and even though I've stopped speaking about it, it doesn't mean that I don't care about it. It just means that it's so painful that I can't focus on it. So yeah. Um, yeah, Teresa, thanks for posting about Tom and sending the link to his video. Yeah, you're welcome. His work is so pure. Yeah, he was such a pure soul. I still don't know the details to what has happened, and perhaps at some stage I'll find out. But really, honestly, from the time I found out until now, all I've wanted to do is just process uh, my own emotions around that without finding out why, what, and looking at the astrology and so forth. A lot of people probably don't even know who he is. And you know what? The truth of the matter is that astrologers who are not in the mainstream, who don't get a lot of followers and don't get a lot of views, generally tend to be the best astrologers. Like it's just how it is. Um, because they're not mainstream. They're not here to try to get numbers, They're just here to really speak the mother of all science, astrology, the mother of all science, the true science. So yeah. Um, okay. Does anybody have any questions? I'm happy to kind of explore. Just for those of you that may be interested as well, I am putting together a Venus workshop. This one's going to be very different to previous ones. So this is not just on the Venus star point. This will be looking at Venus in your Babylonian chart, which will be really cool, really amazing. So looking at the next Sun-Venus conjunction, which occurs in March, just pretty much around the astrological new year, at 2 degrees of Aries. And that conjunction will be, the Aries Venus star point in terms of the pentagram on the wheel. And that will be one of your Venus star points as well, because the Aries Venus star point has been active for around about 100 years. So we all have an Aries Venus star point, whether at the head, the arms, the legs, whatever it is. But this workshop, which I'm only going to take 5 people, by the way, only 5, that's it, because it's a lot of work for me. I'm going to be looking at your Babylonian chart and your normal chart, as in tropical zodiac. And we're going to look at, first of all, in the Babylonian chart, we're going to look at Venus's heliacal cycle. That is, when does she appear? next year relative to your birth chart. Where in your chart does she appear and what that means for you? I'm just summarizing. And also the Venus star point, where that is for you, because it wouldn't have moved much since you were born. Doesn't matter how old you are, because the Venus star points move extremely slowly and backwards in the zodiac. So if you're interested in any of that, in terms of sitting in a very small group, private, just 5 people, where I actually bring up everyone's chart and we go through everything together. So yeah, just reminding people that that's going to be available sometime next year. I'm not exactly sure when. I just need to work it out. First of all, I need to choose 5 people. So we'll just go from there. Charlie or Charlie, I'm sorry, my pronunciations are terrible. Hello to you as well. Thank you for tuning in. Um, okay, so there's a few watching present, and I thank you for that. I welcome you to throw some questions in the chat. It's just me, so I'll be looking at the chat and trying to respond and chat with you. So, can somebody is it okay? It is Shaylee, thank you. Ah, sorry, Shaylee. Thanks for clarifying that for me. Yeah, I'm really terrible at pronouncing a lot of different words. I mean, English is actually my second language. Greek is my first language. But anyway, astrology is probably my first language, then Greek, then English. But yeah, thanks, Shaylee. I don't think I've met you before or seen you on my channels. So if you're new, welcome, and feel free to ask any questions. Thanks, Shaylee. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, like it I can feel it, when somebody is very sincere and they really do appreciate the time and the energy that I give, I know a lot of people do this on YouTube, and everyone's different, and everyone's drawn and attracted to different styles and different people, and that's all absolutely fine. I'm just really I'm just here to speak the sacred science of the sky and in the way that I do, and whoever is drawn to that is drawn to that. And whoever isn't, it doesn't, it doesn't matter. Um, what sort of feelings do you guys have about 2025 for yourself? Doesn't have to be collectively, it could just be for yourself. I'm just wondering, I'm curious. Because we like literally, like in the celestial sky, we do have really major, big planetary transitions, going on with the outer planets, Pluto, Neptune, Saturn conjunction in Aries, Saturn, finishing the cycle of being in Pisces for the last 2.5 years, and Neptune, for the last 14 years in Pisces, and of course Pluto, in the last, I think it's been what has it been, like 16, 17 years in Capricorn, right? So yeah, it's been a really interesting time. Do any of you have Pluto ingressing into Aquarius at a really prominent place? And what I mean by that is the 4 angles of the chart. So the ascendant, descendant, the top of the chart, the midheaven, and the IC. Those are, the most powerful points in the chart without question. And certainly the ascendant is the most powerful without question at all. Let me see. I'm just going to read the comments. Cosmic Fern Tree, good day, Anastasia. Wow, you're alive. Yeah, happy secular Gregorian calendar. Yeah, totally with you, Cosmic Fern Tree. It was a very random thing, spontaneous to jump on live. I didn't plan it. It just literally just happened. So thank you for jumping on. I appreciate that. And thank you for the wishes. Teresa, had much Chiron delivered on the new moon yesterday. Yeah. You mentioned the centaur went direct. Yeah. Yeah, I think with Chiron moving direct, well, basically, the last 6 months, Chiron has been retrograde. So we've been in like internally working with um with our I just hate to use the word wounds because it's just so common. But let's just say things that have scarred us, things that have been deeply painful. But let's just remember those things are, as well are what make us really, really strong, really resilient. We just, I posted a picture, I think I shared it on community YouTube as well, just a picture of myself, whatever, having a glass of champagne. And I just said, fuck, made it through this year as well. And I really felt that, I mean that in the sense of, and that the text that I put underneath it was, well, you know, if we've made it this far, then, God, goddess, source, creation wants us to be here, right? And our soul. So we still have more work to do in 2025, provided we can, last through 2025, because nothing is a given. Life is not a given. Look at what happened to Tom Jacobs. He was only 52. 52. We don't know. Any moment, we just don't know, right? So anyway, I just said, if we're still here, we're here. And that means our soul has more work to do. And the source wants us to do more work on the earth. And I also said, be kind. Be kind. You just don't know what people are going through. So kindness, very, very important. Um, let's see if I missed any comments. Chalet, it has been tough. Mm. I'm just reading the comments of Shaylee. Oh, your Mercury, Shirley, at 3 degrees of Aries, the Aries Venus morning star, which happens on the 19th of March next year. That's what's hitting your Mercury. And that's actually a great thing, by the way. No, it won't be difficult. Not with the Venus star point there. That's something to really look forward to. And of course, yeah, Saturn and Neptune, we'll get to Mercury in the next couple of years for you. But first, you're going to have actually, you've had the Aries Venus star point already pass over your Mercury, but it's still pretty close. So that energy is still there. Judy, Judith. Well, congratulations, for the expectation of your second grandchild. That's lovely. Congratulations. I hope that it all goes well, smoothly, for your daughter and for the little soul that's going to come through. Yeah. Love those two words. Be kind, very powerful. Yeah. It's just so simple, isn't it? Be kind. Be kind. So simple. You're welcome, Shirley. Judith. Yeah, you're welcome as well. Yeah. Mm. I'm just reading a comment by Cosmic Ferntree. So if you can see the comments on the right, I'm just reading that right at the bottom. Hmm. Yeah, cosmic phone tree, I completely understand, and I'm like 100% with you relative to the consensus mainstream medical system. 100%, no questions. Yeah, and I'm sorry that that's happened, and I hope things resolve and those people are able to heal and get, the right treatment. Yeah. Shaylee, the Venus star point. Yeah, Shelley, I mentioned at the very start, I think you jumped on after I mentioned it. I'm doing I have a Venus Star Point course, workshop available, which if you wanted to have access to that, just shoot me an email and we can, work it out. I think it's a 4 or 5 hour, workshop, something like that. But in the early part of 2025, I'm going to be doing another Venus workshop. And just to repeat what I said at the very beginning, I'm going to be only taking on 5 people because I'm going to be taking everybody's birth charts, and I'm going to be doing heaps of preparation before we meet on Zoom and have the workshop together, because I'm going to look at the Babylonian chart for each person relative to Venus's heliacal cycle, and also the Venus star point in Aries relative to the tropical chart. And so both totally different systems and totally different ways of looking at the Venus star point. Venus's heliacal cycle is it's really it's magical, and it's incredibly powerful to understand that cycle and what that means. And very, very simply put, it's really looking at the exact moment that Venus appears. So when the Sun and Venus meet and have their conjunction, which will be in Aries in March, they will not be visible necessarily in that exact moment, right? At some point, as Venus starts to move away from the Sun, Venus will become visible in the morning sky, rising on the eastern horizon. Um, However, that visibility differs based on latitude. So it differs based on where people live. And if Venus appears for you in your Babylonian chart at a very powerful space, that can be a very important omen to understand and to know about. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this new workshop. So if any of you are interested, yeah, just shoot me an email. Just quickly check comments again. Yeah, many people have chosen to leave at this time. You're right. Many, many people actually. Lots of famous people, and then, perhaps people we know in our own life as well. Definitely, definitely. Um, you're welcome, Cosmic Tree. I'm glad that they're both home and safe. Absolutely. I'm very happy about that. Um, Venus is beautiful at the moment. Yeah. Are you in Melbourne, Cosmic Fern Tree? Just off, are you in Melbourne? Let me know if you're in Melbourne, because that's where I am, of course. And yes, she's at a really, really high point at the moment, in the western sky, approaching her like highest sort of point relative to her evening star cycle. Um, and pretty soon, she'll end up disappearing out of the sky. And that's another thing that I want to talk about in this workshop that I do. I just want to show everybody, what that looks like relative to the different divinities associated to Venus's heliacal cycle, because there are all these different divinities that connect to the evening star Venus and to the morning star Venus. And they're all so magical and fascinating. And her journey in the underworld, which happens on both points. That is, it happens when she transitions out of evening star to morning star, and it happens when she transitions from morning star to evening star. But they are longer and shorter periods in those different parts of the cycle. And that's Venus in the underworld. That's Ereshkigal. That's Inanna, the descent of Inanna into the underworld, going through the seven gates. It's all of that stuff which we experience every time Venus transitions out of one phase into another phase, out of a morning star to an evening star, or out of an evening star to a morning star. She will have to descend into the underworld. But there's very different descriptions of divinities and stories relative to the transitions based on morning to evening or evening to morning. It's just good to know the difference, to understand what the difference is, because even the time duration is really different on both those different underworld journeys. One's longer, one's shorter. And yeah, there's different divinities associated to those passages. So it's really helpful to understand that, because if you work with the goddess Venus, which I absolutely encourage everyone to do, because she's everyone's goddess. Everyone's. She's Venus. She's the goddess of love. Everyone either wants to experience love, feel it, or give it, or share it, right? But everyone actually has it. Now, if that's been blocked and limited and restricted and so on and so forth, that's another story. But are we all capable of it? Yeah, absolutely. Do we all have it? Absolutely. And so Venus, especially the Venus star point, she takes us into that deeper portal, right? Of the core, the core substance of no, I'm not talking about romantic love either. This is not romantic love. This is love beyond the Venusian romance, lust, erotic kind of level. That's important too, but that's a different level. So yeah, I just want to check some comments. Tell me, Cosmic Ferntree, yeah, sure, absolutely. Whenever you're ready, you come to me. I'm here, so whenever you're ready, come to me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your gratitude. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Heidelberg. Wow. Yeah, okay, cool. I know Heidelberg quite well. Um, yeah. DJ, DJ, is it DJ? It's 2 a.m. here. Seattle. Hey, Seattle DJ. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, it was a random thing, very spontaneous, not planned at all. I'm like that. I've got so much Aquarius in my chart, very strong Uranus. So I'm really, really, well, I suppose it's Aries as well. I act on instinct and yeah, just very spontaneous. Electric kind of vibe comes through and I just go, yeah, done. And that's when I feel most pure, most pure, most authentic, and most really aligned, where I haven't planned it. I haven't really sat there and thought about it. Just bang, out there. I love that. Claire M. Hey, 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 Claire. West Island. West of Ireland. I love the accent in Ireland. Thanks for being here, Claire. Wishing you all a happy new year, by the way, guys. Calendar year, but hey, still a new beginning, new moon. Um, this is so beautiful. There's so many people from Florida, New York, Ireland, Australia. Um, that's one thing that I do really, really appreciate about technology, just the beauty of being able to connect with anyone, doesn't matter where they are. That's just so great. Happy New Year, Shelley. Yes. Rock of Ages, New Zealand. Hey, New Zealand. Nice, nice. Never been to New Zealand. I know it's beautiful though. I know I've got many friends from there actually. Um, is it already the first degree? Shaylee, if you could just be a little bit more specific with that question. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Thanks, Cosmic Fantry. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And you're from Melbourne, so you're on the same time zone as me. So it's 9:11 p.m. Here in Melbourne. So yeah, January 1st, you mean yeah. Hey, Florida. Layla. Oh, Layla. I know somebody called Layla. It's a lovely name. Hi, Layla. Hi. Someone else is from Florida, from where you are. Thanks for coming on. Still 11:11 on Tuesday, Rock of Ages. Okay. Aquarius Sun, Aries Moon. Hey, DJ, that's really funny because I'm Aries Sun and Aquarius Moon. So we've got the same but reversed, if you get my drift. That's really cool. Yes, Shaylee, yeah, in 3 hours it'll be less than 3 hours, it'll be the so-called yeah, New Year's Eve. Been watching you for several years. I absolutely love. Thank you, Layla. I so appreciate that. You see, I have no idea who's watching and who appreciates and who doesn't really. I mean, sometimes I do, of course, because people will write comments and whatever under my videos, but there's so many people that don't. And I guess this is the benefit of a live. I just get to engage with you guys on a spur of the moment where I just get to kind of read your comments and know that you're actually there, which really means a lot to me. Yeah, it's really lovely. Um, California, yo to the world. Yo, is it yo to the world? I'm sorry if my pronunciation is not correct. Um, Central Valley, California, California, blessed new moon to you as well. Thank you so much for being here. On my list, grandmother Kim. Oh, thank you, Layla. Yes, Anastasia. My father named me that. My father, Achilles, my hero, the love of my heart, the love of my soul and heart. He named me that. Um, and he was an Aries as well, with the moon in Aquarius, exactly like me, and Venus in Pisces, exactly like me. Like we literally are just twin souls. And he's watching me right now. I know that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, and by the way, Anastasia means the resurrection, Layla, in case you were not aware. So it's quite a powerful name. Yeah. I forgot what Layla means. Just tell me in the chat because I know it means something. I've just forgotten. I've got many, many friends from the Middle East. Many. I lived in the Middle East for 8 years as well. So yeah. Cosmic Fern Tree. Oh, hell yeah. Cosmic Fern Tree. Your South Node in Aquarius. Fuck, of course that counts. South Node Pot of Fortune. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Layla, you're Aquarius rising. Holy shit. You like your chart is so similar to mine. That's hilarious. I've got Aquarius rising as well. Wow. Thanks, Rock of the Ages. Sorting out the lost and lonely astrology fan. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of lost and there's a lot of lonely. And I think that's why it's more important for us to be even more kind. Um, I have so much compassion for people that are lost and lonely so much, I really do. Um, I struggle to have compassion for evil, malicious predators. That I struggle with. But I try my best to understand the divine plan as much as I can and to learn what I need to learn by being exposed to that, witness to that, whatever it is. I just got rid of a predator that was hanging around me just recently, actually. Yeah, trying to befriend me. See, sometimes, not sometimes, like honestly, our intuition and our instincts never lie. And my instincts and intuition detected that from the beginning. And I just kind of didn't nip it in the bud real quick when I should have. I'm sure everyone can relate to that, right? You've all had that sort of experience at some point. But it's just fascinating that, yeah, I just got rid of it, got rid of that dark predatory kind of energy that was circling around me, just as the end of 2024 is coming in. That was important to me. So I'm glad that that happened, that I got rid of that. Let's just see what else is going on here. Yo, Joy. Oh, yo, Joy. Okay, thank you for writing that in the way I should pronounce it. Yo, Joy. I love that. That's beautiful. Aloha, Michelle. Aloha, Michelle. Nice to see you or see your name here. Thank you for coming on. I hope you're doing well. I hope your beautiful little girl is doing well as well. Yeah. Um, thanks, Teresa. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Layla, yeah. Yeah, it has been difficult with Tom Jacobs passing. Yeah. Carolina, Sag Sun, Cat Moon, what's doing? Yes, Shaylee, it's a beautiful mixture actually. Frankly I love it. It's so different. Aries to Pisces or Aries to Aquarius, so different. That's what I love about it. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Layla, Pluto conjunct my ascendant. Yeah. It's actually it's not as well, I haven't had Pluto in my first house before, so I can't say I'm speaking from experience, but theoretically, Pluto on the ascendant in the first house, it can be problematic if one is if for lack of a better word, if one is really unconscious, right? And just really absorbed in their own ego identity. Of course, Pluto on the ascendant then will just be a lot of conflict with other people, for sure, for sure. But the most challenging placement of Pluto, whether natally or whether by transit, is in the 12th house, actually. And I've got a workshop just on that alone because it is the most intense and most powerful, but really soulfully challenging placement. And actually, Tom Jacobs had Pluto in the 12th house, conjunct Venus in Libra. I'll at some point I will look at his chart and say some things publicly, but not right now. But I just in the context of Pluto in the 12th house, because I've lived it, and trust me, it is very, very difficult. If you survive Pluto in the 12th, then when Pluto comes to the ascendant by transit, um, generally speaking, it's more likely going to be, the ultimate rebirth. But you've got to have your fucking ego in check as well, for sure. Um, I'm glad she's well, Michelle. Oh, Claire M. Yeah, look, I had a, pretty dodgy, just to use a polite word, neighbor problem in my previous building. So I've been there. I know what it's like. And it sounds, it kind of sounds to some people, it might sound, oh, fucking who gives a shit, right? Like that's just so, it's just so minor compared to other problems. But I think that at the end of the day, your home, well, for me at least anyway, my home is my sanctuary, right? So anything disrupting or trying to disrupt my sanctuary, that's going to be an issue. So I do feel you, I understand. Ivana, hi Ivana, Sag Sun and Aquamoon. Yes, I have Aquamoon. Best wishes for you. Yeah, and for you as well, Ivana. And thank you for being here and for your lovely wishes. Thank you so much. Yes, that's very true, Teresa, what your father told you. It's very, very true. I'm just laughing at the comment by Rock of Ages and Aquarius rising women. Something about hair. Um, I'll take that as a compliment because I've got Aquarius rising. But I've got ram hair. See the curly hair? Well, it's sort of not as curly today, but I've got the ram kind of curly hair. Mm, in the brown. We've all got delusions and demons at different points, Claire, absolutely. Oh, cosmic fern tree, Pluto conjunct moon. Oh, you got Spiker there. Okay. Yeah, Spiker's going to help a lot. Can I ask this is to cosmic fern tree, whereabouts in the chart is that alignment? Pluto moon, Spiker, black moon? Because maybe you said it. Hang on. Oh, eighth house. Sorry. Yeah, got it. Got it. Got it. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Have you guys seen that movie with Eddie Murphy coming to America? It's an old 80s movie and he stands out on the balcony and just well, for those of you that haven't seen it, will not find this amusing. But for those of you that know the fucking movie, you know how funny this shit is, right? He's standing on the balcony and he just screams out, "Good morning, my neighbors." And they all start saying to him, "Hey, fuck you, man." And he goes, "But yes, yes, fuck you too, and good morning." I love that because it just kind of reminds me of a funny moment relative to neighbors, you know? It's very, very funny if you understand how funny Eddie Murphy is. It's hilarious. Oh, thanks, Cosmic Fern Tree. I appreciate that. About the hair comment, thank you. Ivana, thank you. You're welcome. Shaylee, Pluto conjunct Mars and Saturn in Scorpio. Fuck. I just want to go, fuck. That's full on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really intense. Yes, love the 80s. Cosmic Fern Tree. All right, you're on the same page. That's good. That's good. Glad someone is. That's good. that's so hilarious. Rock of Ages. American and Australian women can make swearing sound spiritual in astrology videos. Yeah, look, I'm known for using the F word every now and then. I try to refrain, as much as I can, but I just love that word. It's so expressive, right? Some people get offended. I apologize for those who do. It's never meant in an offensive manner. It's just purely an expression. That's all it is. Just Pluto on the North Node. Pluto on the North Node. Yeah, that's to M. All I say is the letter M. And your question is, does Pluto on the North Node have a polarity point? You're right, J.W. Green, Jeffrey Wolf Green says that it doesn't. So it depends if you want to, because I mean, the idea of the teachings of um, the polarity point of Pluto is actually the teaching of Jeffrey Wolf Green anyway, that, that the whole underpinning of the concept of that theory is from his work. So given that, I think we'd have to probably consider that as pretty much a definite yes. But on the other hand, sometimes I like to say to myself, keep an open mind. Because I've been looking at charts for literally, and I don't like saying this because then people think, how old am I? But I did start very young. I've been looking at these sorts of things for 27 years. And one thing I've learned is no matter what you read by any author or astrologer or whatever, you need to do your own investigative work as well, because you won't learn otherwise. You'll just learn theory, but you need to really observe things for yourself enough times to see whether that principle is correct, or maybe sometimes there are exceptions. So I like to keep an open mind. Um, Thanks, Em. Thank you. You love the F word too, because yeah, it's a good word. It can be used in so many different contexts, right? How many different ways can it be used? Lovingly and aggressively or otherwise, right? Thank you, Claire. Thank you so much for your beautiful comment. Yes. Okay. Evolutionary astrology since 2020. Wonderful. Keep going with it. It takes a long time, there's so much to learn about it. Believe me, there's so much. There's so much. And it is one of my favorite ways of understanding the sky, understanding the soul, understanding the archetypes and the divinities. Um, and one of the other ways that is my absolute favorite is through the Babylonian system, the Babylonian chart, which is similar to sidereal, but not exactly the same. There's some differences in degrees. Okay. So depending on where you have a planet, if you use sidereal or Babylonian, if you have a planet at the end or at the beginning of the sign, that might be quite significant relative to those systems. I personally work with Babylonian because I've been introduced to that through Rumen Kolev, who I have tremendous respect for, tremendous love for. Um, and I'm just like I want to study everything with him, but I'll need many lifetimes. That's how vast everything he's got is. Like it's just phenomenal. Yeah. Enjoy your shopping, Claire. And thank you. And Thank you that you've been learning and that it's been supportive and fascinating. Thank you so much. Infinite Sage, hello there. Oh, thank you. And cheers to all the fucks given in 2024. Fuck yes. And to more fucks in 2025, if that is called for. Um, I love it when people can appreciate a little bit of sense of humor. That's so good. Fuck, I don't know how I'd live through these dark, 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 passages, not just in my own life, but just from the things that I see happening in the world, if I could not laugh. No, I don't know how I'd do it. Shelley. Yeah. Okay, everyone. I want to say thank you so much for being here and sharing this short moment with me, which is just a one-off random. This moment will never be repeated, so it's very special just for that reason. Thank you for all your questions and comments and for being open and appreciative. And just communicating whatever's on your mind and in your heart. I love it. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. I might do some more random lives in 2025. I know I said I'd do that in 2024 and I didn't get around to it. I was just so busy creating courses. I created 2 full courses, which took many, 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 many days and hours and months, actually. So I was kind of busy with all of that. But I'm creating a 3rd course in 2025. So we'll see what happens, hey? It's all in divine timing, and for me, it has to feel like it's from my heart. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not in it, no matter what it is. So once again, much love to all of you. Happy New Year. Happy calendar new year, happy new year of start of 2025, whatever it is, however you look at it. Wishing you all beautiful blessings for the new upcoming year. And I will see you all very, very soon. Thanks for being here, everyone. It's been wonderful. Thank you. I'll see you soon. I don't even know how to turn this off. I'm just going to figure it out as I go. I'll see you soon. Much love. Bye.